Hey everybody, welcome back for your nightly reading. Take what you like, leave the rest. As I was shuffling the cards, I had in my mind the thought of somebody who, in one way or another today, made actually a pretty big sacrifice of some sort. And it was a sacrifice on behalf of actually their own soul. And that doesn't mean it was a huge, grand, but it was one of those things where something was offered and they wanted it and they maybe needed it. And it seemed like such a good idea. And at first they really wanted to say yes, and then they just understood that it wasn't right. Somehow in some place, in some secret place, it just wasn't lining up right. So if this was you, this reading is kind of for you. And the first card that fell out of the deck was the Justice card. And yet it was the Justice card reversed. And so in some way, like, that is a card of balance. That's a card of reckoning, of evening the balance. Sometimes it's a card of taking your own inventory. Sometimes it's a card of taking someone else's inventory. The way I read this card in this framework is that you saw something that was not lining up. You were reacting to something that just wasn't right. Let's see what else the cards have to say. So this is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is, it's a kind of a vulnerable energy. I love this card. In other words, what is the fish in that cup? Whatever is this card about? There are a lot of interpretations. It is a card of youthfulness. It is a card, the pages, to my thinking, often have to do with the beginner's mind. It's a vulnerable, taking a look inside to the living, squirming mystery of the own fluid consciousness, your own fluid emotions, and your creativity. And in this situation, you were in the adult world, you were having some kind of an adult moment, and yet you went in to a hidden, mysterious, possibly very hidden place where something wasn't right. That little fish was just flipping around like, no, don't do it. It's a good card for this. Okay, we're going to just pull a card. And now, here you are. This is the Six of Swords. This is a place of recovery. This is a place of who will tend to the widow and her son. This is a place of going to a better place, not without swords, not without pain. It is not easy to say no, especially if something's in front of you that you really freaking want. Like, I want that, but I don't want to pay the price necessarily. It's not an easy moment, and it can kind of leave a person shaken. It can leave a person feeling a little bit like there's a bit of a loss. I mean, sometimes there really is a loss. And yet, here is the confirmation that you have, in fact, support and assistance, albeit behind you, They're rowing from behind. You may not see the support, the approval from the unseen world for having done the right thing, but they are there, and they're moving you from one place to another. And this is a card of like, there will be enough. Even if it looked like you put your head on the chopping block, even if you turned away from something that looked like it might be the solution to a big problem, this card actually really validates your choice. You did the right thing, and it's going to be okay. I think that's the reading. Yeah. Yep. And underneath, you felt bound. You felt bound. You felt like you knew you were about to make a choice, and you were not comfortable with the way that choice made you feel. And this is what you escaped from. These swords. Okay. A little last minute editorial comment from the cards. It's always worth looking at the bottom of the deck, if you remember. God bless you. Go ye forth. See you tomorrow night at Kerry's Late Night Tarot.